Well, this has got nothing to do with grammar really, and not with the chronological order either, but I wanted to share a little bit more with you about last week when I went to teach those elementary kids. I also took a guitar, and the kids, of course, they saw a guitar and they said, "Oh, I know what that is, that's a guitar." One little kid said, "I've got 4 of them." "No, I've got 5 of them." And he might. And then I asked, "How many of you have guitars at home?" They all have guitars. Well, anyway, I wanted them to listen to something. I said, "That sounds good, but what if I do this?" "Does that sound good?" And they'd say, "No, it doesn't sound good." And I say, "Now listen." Now it sounds good, right? And then nod their head, yes. They could hear that. Well, I wanted them to hear that. I've put this over here. And I'll tell you why I wanted to hear them in a minute, but I also brought this out then. Kids said, "Oh, wow, those eyes get wide again." And I said, "Now, do you know what this is?" Quite a few kids said, "Is that a violin?" I said, No, it's a ukulele. "My dog has fleas." I taught them about that. So you go, "White cabbage down, boys baking biscuits brown. The only song that I can sing is white cabbage down." Anyway, they looked at that, and before long, well, let me show you another one. The kids, they like the looks of that. These are little kids. And then I pulled this out, and I had taught them about sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. And I said, "Since that's little, what kind of a ukulele is it?" "Soprano ukulele, good." And I said, "Now this," and some kids will say, "That's a bass one, 4 strings." "My dog has fleas." And they'd see, "Oh, that sounds different because it's bigger." "Boil that cabbage down, boys, bacon biscuits brown. The only song that I can sing is boil that cabbage down." And I loved it when some of the kids, in almost every class, some kids start saying, "Where did you get that? Where can you buy that?" And I said, "Well, you can buy it online. You go up to the music store, they can order. That last one probably only costs $20. This might cost $50. Kids were interested. Of course, they're small, and these are good instruments too. But anyway, I had a motive beyond. Oh, there it is. Then I got this out. "What's this?" Most of them knew. "Oh, that's a harp." And I said, "Well, I really like his harp for a reason. That you can so much see if a string is long, it's going to have a deeper sound. If it's shorter, the kids like this, But what my real motive was I said, "Now listen to this. Now that sounds almost like one note. But watch what happens if I do this. Now listen. Is that pretty?" And they said, no, that's not pretty. And I said, "Now listen, see if you can hear this. I'll make it pretty again." "Is that pretty now?" Yeah, it's pretty now. And I'd get some of them say, "Well, what did I do?" And some of them knew I tuned it. Well, that's where I taught the kids. I wonder if I really should have done this. I said, "What do you sing with? When you sing, what do? You use your voice, right? Some kids said your voice box, your lungs. That's all true. But I told the kids, but you can make noise with all that too. You go to a sporting event, a basketball game, football game, you shout, you're using all that, you're making lots of noise, but you're not singing. What makes it singing?" And I told them, usually they couldn't come up with this. I wonder if I should have done this with these little kids. I said, you sing with your ears. You've got to listen. What makes it different is if you could hear where those 2 strings weren't pretty, but then I made them so they were pretty, if you could hear that, then you ought to be able to sing. Because that's what you've got to do. I conduct a choir, and I so often have said this to my choir members. You sing with your ears. You have to listen to the notes that you're making. Well, live and learn. I worried a little bit afterward. I wrote that down here. You sing with your ears. Afterward, I thought a little bit, I hope some kid didn't go home, say to his mom or dad, some little kid, "This man told me I have to sing with my ears, and I've been trying and trying, but nothing comes out." I don't know. But anyway, I'm just sharing that from last week, and now I'll go on to verbs in the next video.